Then we got the Brisbane Broncos in at 14th. And interestingly, I think similar to the Cowboys, maybe a bit more for Brisbane, I think they're finishing with some ambition and some positive hope for next year. I think Kevin Walters said next year they want to win more than they lose, which I'm sure a lot of coaches would say, but I think he truly believes that they're a chance of making the 8 next year. MVP for me has got to be Payne Haas. He's just a level above everyone. Hopefully his knee injury from the weekend's not too... I think it was syndesmosis actually. Hopefully that's not too nasty and he can get into a full preseason and come back even better and bigger and stronger next year. Most improved, I've got Herbie Farnworth. I think this guy's a really underrated player, to be honest. I think he's one of the best centers in the competition. I'll definitely have him in my top 5 centers. He runs for like 130, 140 meters a game. Line break, try assist machine. I love Herbie Farnworth. I think he's got a lot to offer. And we saw that on the weekend. He played pretty well against Newcastle. Special mention to Tyson Gamble, sort of came out of the woodwork. Filled a role for the Broncos for a solid 2-3 months there. And I think he's a big reason why they became competitive in the second half of the season. So shout out to Tyson Gamble. And then best young player, I've got Tessie New. First half of the season, forgettable for Tessie New. I think he got dropped in about round 3 or 4, but he came back in the second half, earned himself a contract extension, and he looks like he's going to be a gun in the future. A really, really good player. So Tessie New, best young player for me. Rating out of 10. I predicted them to win the wooden spoon. And I know this is a rogue. Brisbane coming 14th, and I'm not critiquing them harshly, but I don't know, the way they finished the season and some of the wins they produced over top 8 teams, I'm actually going to give them a 6 out of 10. We did this at the halfway point. I would have probably given them like a 4, but yeah, I think the second half, they really changed the narrative surrounding Brisbane. Ben Ikin came in at a director of football role, and a lot of the talk about Brisbane is sort of hushed, really, and I think there's excitement for next year. They've made some big signings, so they're going to be one to watch over the preseason to see if they could be a surprise bolter next year.
It's a miracle! Oh, yeah! What about that one? Unbelievable! Balotelli, Aguero! Crowd cheers. Here's Siddle.